Hey, GutFox here. You might be asking yourself, why are you, GutFox, sitting in front of a Twitter page? Well, we got some MUT leaks, some pretty significant ones. MUT leaks, aka MUTsploit on the Discord. You can find that link below if you want to join. Found some interesting files on Madden somehow and passed them along to me. So we were able to get the legends. Basically, by using these shaders in the game, EA put in the names of players on their game files somehow. So they found, so it's in-game assets that he found, and I'll show you some of the contents of it right here. Like, this is a lot of the contents of the file. So he passes along. I mean, it goes for forever. You can see some of the names right here. So basically, these shaders, these shaders had a lot of these names in here. So that's how we found they have in-game assets for these players. And so you think, well, why would you have in-game assets for these players if they weren't going to be in the game? So, you know, there's a lot of these things. So basically, after looking through these files, was able to find some names, and I want to go through some of the top 10 and honorable mentions legends that were named in these files that are potential legends coming in 19. Now, these are not necessarily guaranteed legends, but we're fairly certain they are going to be in the game, because why would you spend time putting them in the game if you didn't actually, you know, if you weren't going to use them? I mean, maybe something comes up. They're not going to be used for one reason or another. But these are guys actually put into the game that have models or shaders after them. I'm not too familiar with all the computer technology. Now, I decided to change it out. Like, I pared down the list because there's a lot of names there. From, like, I took out the guys that were, like, already named as, like, legends from the legend roster. So you won't see those guys in this thing. So these are, like, brand, like, new spanking leaks about what we're going to get. And there's some, you guys are going to go friggin' haywire, a lot of these names. It's pretty crazy if these are actually coming to the game. So let's switch back over to the notepad, and I will do a nice little top 15. Let's go through the honorable mentions first. Now, these guys were in their game files, and wow. Let's just do this first one. You guys are going to freak out. I can't believe, well, let's do the honorable mentions down here. Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow is listed in their game files in shaders. Now, whether that means they actually have his rights or something else is going on, not really sure. Next up, another one that I'm kind of not really sure why they have him there for. I'm going back and forth on my screens. Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel is in there for one reason or another. Either they have his rights or he's just there. And you might be asking yourselves, oh, maybe these are legacy files. No, I asked that specific question. Why are these guys in the game if they're not legacy files? He said these are brand new files put in last year. These weren't in the game. He looked at 18, 17. So these are brand new in the game. And these two guys are brand new, and I don't know why. Another one, these are just honorable mentions. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's name's in the game. I put him as an honorable mention instead of a top 15 because we had him just a couple years ago when he was a player. But he's in the game. Another one, Jack Lambert. You're like, oh crap, Jack Lambert in the game. That's so amazing. Let me give you another one that you would have thought EA would have scrubbed him from the game, like they said they are not doing, but it seems like they're doing. Colin Kaepernick stuff is in the game. So if he ever signs with the team, it looks like EA does have assets for him in the game in order to make him live. Who's next? These are, I mean, the legends. It's probably the biggest legend year that I've seen, that I've been a part. Steve Largent. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's do a threefer here. We got a lot of these guys to get through. Let's just hit this. Peyton Hillis, Jack Ham, Dan Fouts. Go crazy, Steelers fan, Chargers fan, and just fans of great Maddens of past. Peyton Hillis with his huge year. Two more honorable mentions. Talking about some more big names. Dave Casper, that goes to the post. The Priest Holmes, running back. Should be a great running back for us going forward. All right, so those are the honorable mentions. Those are huge freaking names. Honorable mentions. That's how crazy this year is going to be. Let's see who else has assets in the game that are potential legends for 19 or pretty probably going to be legends. Otto Graham, I put at 15. Now, I think we had Otto Graham a few years ago, so maybe he's, you know, not the most exciting, but still, Otto Graham. All right, next up. This one should excite Jacksonville fans. Maurice Jones-Drew. Freaking cool. Next up on that, number 13. Go back, Vikings fans. Fran Tarkenton's in the game. I don't remember him in the game. Why would there be Fran Tarkenton assets in this game? And I haven't seen him in years. Next up, Warren Sapp. Okay, recently retired. Still, I would consider him a legend. First time I've seen him in MUT in a few years. Since, what 25 maybe? I don't remember when he was in. All right, maybe it was back before he retired. Number 11, Paul Hornung. Amazing. Some say the least deserving Hall of Famer. I still love you, Paul. I think you're great. Number 10. Look at how crazy these names are getting. Like, I don't know if I'm not providing enough excitement and insanity for how great these things are. Your mind's gonna keep getting freaking blown. Don Hudson, his name's in these files. Next up, this one is special for our Steelers fans. I know we already had Steelers hype with Ham, but yeah, we got Swan. We got Ham, Swan, Lambert, along with Mean Joe Green that we already know on that one legend list. All right, next up, this one's for you, TD. Walter Payton. I put Walter Payton at number 8. Walter Payton's number 8. Bears fans, you will get back-to-back greatness. Dick Butkus has some models in the game. All right, number 6, you're like, okay, Dick Butkus, that's insane. Number 6, Joe Montana in the game. Number 5, this one was teased on Twitter. I just saw. I'm going to still put him at number 5, Polamalu. Yeah, I thought he wasn't going to be in the game. But these are assets in the game, ready to go. Polamalu. I keep saying that same line over and over. It just blows me away that they wouldn't be using these guys if they put the work in. And if they don't come out, I'm sorry. Maybe things changed. Maybe they just have these guys on deck, ready to go. Let's get to number 4, Joe Namath. Joe Namath. Mud assets. All right, number 3. You guys are going to be blown the fuck away by this. Jim fucking Thorpe. Jim Thorpe. And number 2, this name literally made my jaw drop to the floor when I saw it. When this got made. Jim Brown. Jim Brown. Like when he sued EA a few years ago, you thought he'd never be in the game. But for somehow he's got these shaders, like I talked about. I don't know if I'll show you the Wikipedia article. I'll put it in the description. Jim Brown in the game. He would be number 1. He would be number 1, except Taiwan is number 1. So those are the honorable mentions and the top 15, 14 legends plus Taiwan in the game this year. That's an insane list. Best legend year. We still got Randy Moss and so on and so forth. Like all the other guys that we already have in the game, we already know about those legends. The Ray guy, all that stuff that's kind of new, but we already knew that before. Now I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna switch over to. Watch this. I'll go over to Chrome. I'll go over the rest of them. The ones that didn't make the top list. Patrick Willis. And these are some of the legends. Some of the names. I'll go through the full list in a second. Well, no, this is the full list. Wait, okay. Let's go back. I'll go through just the legends, then I'll go through the full list. So the legends that I found that I think are like kind of bigger names, but maybe they didn't make the top 15 because either we've already used them before. Like Mike Webster was in. Was Webster 15 or 16? I feel like it was 15 already, so that was a long time ago. But all these names, assets in the game. Hines Ward's back. I think first time 16 for him. Same with Upshaw. Nick Toon, the senior Toon. Joe Thomas, of course, the legend. Now, that might be carryover from last year. I don't know, because, like, did he retire by the time, I don't know, they'd be working on this game? Like, they'd be working in the game, like, the fall, the winter. Probably even, they're working on 2020 already. Or Madden 20. Like, and then all these other names down. Emmitt Smith, Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor is new. I probably should have put him pretty higher. BJ Raji, Ed Reed. You know, we've had these Night Train lanes before. Manziel I showed off. I guess I didn't want him on this list if I showed him off before. There's Largent, Walter Jones. Did you guys see this? All the way down, Brett Favre, Sexy Rexy, right above him. Did you guys see that? Marshall Faulk. I don't know why Marshall Faulk's in the game. I don't know, because they didn't give him an Ultimate Legend because that sexual harassment lawsuit, I think, or something went. I think that was the issue with him. But I don't know why he'd be back for this game if he was out of the end of last game. It feels like they wouldn't keep him. So it feels like some of these are legacy more than they are new. But I was assured these are new assets in this game this year that weren't in last year. Like, just insane names. I can't even like give them all the time they need. Like, each one of these would be amazing videos on their own. But I'm dropping it all in one. All right, now let's go through the full list of these are just names in the game. You can see a lot of repeats from the Legends list of just guys that were not on Mudhead. These guys were not on Mudhead that I found. So I searched each one of their name. I didn't find them on Mudhead. So I'm just going to scroll through them slowly. I'm sure we'll put out a list at one point, but I'm just going to keep it as this YouTube video for a little bit. But maybe in like a day or two, we'll put out the full list once those YouTube. This is the most confusing one. Where the fuck? Why is a shader named after Barack Obama? What the hell is that? I don't know why they'd put something in the game and they put a shader after Barack Obama. Like, is Obama in something? In like a Super Bowl jersey thing from a while ago? I don't know why. I don't know why something in there from Obama would be there. And then we got all the Mutt. They put in all the Mutt people. So we got a whole bunch of these. Rico Williams, Voltrax is in the game. True Boy. We saw all these last year. These are a lot more. Like Volt, I don't think was in the game last year. Don't really pay too much. I don't know who a couple of these people are, but I know who Serious Mo is. I don't think he was in the game last year. Scott Cole, Problem was in the game. Joke, I don't think was in. Misery, I don't think. Los, KQ. Some of these guys were, some of them weren't. W wasn't in the game. Z-Files, I don't think was. So a lot of Mutt player assets are there too to basically do their model. There's a lot of other names. I didn't really research them too hard. I recognize some of them, like Santana Moss. I wouldn't call him a legend, so I didn't put him on the legend list. But there's some guys that like Mettenberger. I don't think he was on Mudhead, but he has assets in the game. Peyton Manning. Oh, I should have taken up. Oh no, I guess I have all the legend names in here too. James Laurinaitis. Some recently retired guys. Some of the same olds. Keep going. Mike James. Yeah, so I'm kind of blowing all my load in one shot. Maybe I should have made 2 separate videos, double up on it, but, why do 2 when you can do 1? Let's try and get it done. Those are all the names. Hopefully, you can pause the video if you want to read more. There it is. But I don't feel like talking anymore. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Pretty crazy. I hope you guys liked it. Hope you give Mutt Leaks his props on Twitter. And I think that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.